for more on the circular. So this is a big relief for borrowers, Vishy. Is that a simple way to put it?
Right. Good morning, Tamanna. So there was a Supreme Court order that came last year, which specified that when you're classifying someone as fraud, you need to definitely give that person a chance to present their case. And only after that can a bank go ahead and classify the account as fraud after considering all the possible explanations that the borrower might have. Now, this was a bit of a topic of discussion till last year, and the RBI has taken its time. It's taken nearly about a year or so before coming out with the new master circular. What the RBI is saying is that banks must give borrowers 21 days to respond to a notice once the bank finds enough proof of fraudulent activity, and depending on the responses that the borrower provides, the bank will then have to pass a reasoned order which will classify the account as a fraud or not, depending on the circumstances of the situation. I want to discuss this a little bit more in detail, and for that I have with me former Deputy Governor of the Reserve Bank of India, Mr. N.S. Vishwanathan. Mr. Vishwanathan, welcome, sir, to this conversation. I just wanted to understand your viewpoint on the new master circular that has come out. RBI is saying give these borrowers time, consider the responses, and then take a call on whether the account is a fraud or not. Was there a reason why this part of it was not there in the previous circular, or was it always happening unofficially, maybe not written down in the circular?
For all I know, good morning and thank you for having me. For all I know, post the Supreme Court judgment, a separate circular was issued by RBI saying that this process has to be followed. Okay, so what I want to do is to look at the master direction that's been issued yesterday under three strands. One is that it's a consolidation of existing instructions. For example, on matters related to frauds were scattered across different instructions. For example, they were there in regard to, say, when you're selling a loan to another bank, when you're selling a fraud case to an ARC. They were all in those different circulars. So what's been done in the first place is to kind of consolidate all of them into a single place so that there's clarity. I know the banks do not have to look at multiple circulars, which is what RBI said, simplification in that one sense, number one. The second part, what I see in the circular is clarity. So clarity in terms of timeline, as you said, 21 days, timeline in terms of when do you red flag, all those things have been put in place, and also the entire process that has to be followed to go through to ensure that the principles of natural justice have been actually applied before declaring an account as a fraud or fraudulent account. So that's the second set. Third is also the sort of clarity in terms of reporting as to what is the date of occurrence of a fraud, what is the date of detection of a fraud. All those things have been clarified. Similarly, there's clarification with regard to who is responsible for reporting in case of fraudulent instruments, whether it's the pay bank or the paying bank, depending upon the circumstances. So there's clarity. And last, I think, is a fair bit of simplification in terms of the requirement as to when a bank can close a fraud, close reporting of fraud, even in cases where the investigation is going on, but of a given period of 3 years, there's permission to close the fraud. So to that extent, there's clarity there. Last, I think, as mentioned in the press release as well, the RBI has brought in data analytics and market intelligence as an important element of fraud risk management, and it's become part of the whole framework that RBI has put in place. So, to put very clearly, consolidation, clarity, simplification in that sense.